Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be another family grocery haul and meal plan, and I also have an extra tip if you need some autumn winter recipes for the weeks ahead. So if you want to see more, then keep watching. So hi everyone, I hope you're all doing okay and welcome back to another grocery haul and meal plan. Now, as I mentioned at the start, obviously I know that these are really useful for us all really, to swap ideas and meals and to keep things interesting when it comes to like cooking for families and stuff, and I'm no exception to that rule, and I love making these videos for you and sharing like meals that we're enjoying or ideas that I might have. And you know that like I come up with my own recipes, I will look elsewhere online and things like that and get inspiration from others. But what I want to talk to you about today, and you'll probably have seen this before, is Readly. I got into it first during lockdown, and then I actually had the pleasure of working with them afterwards. And that's been a really lovely thing for me because I love to read. And I think sometimes the convenience of a device is just really useful, especially when I'm looking for ideas of what to cook. I particularly love a food magazine, and Readly has loads of them. Now, obviously you don't just need to be a foodie. I've used Readly when like I was planning my wedding. That was really useful. I use it for like fashion and style. Home is another big one. We are updating our living room before Christmas, hopefully, fingers crossed, although we've got to do some rewiring and stuff, which is a little bit fiddly. But I love looking at the interior magazines as well for that, because it gives me a lot of inspiration that sometimes is a little bit more current and maybe trend-led and a little bit more accessible than maybe some stuff online, because I always think of my house as like a family home rather than a show home, and I love the inspiration I can find on there and like cheaper alternatives and stuff. But as I mentioned before, one of the biggest things I use Readly for is like recipes. Now, you may have seen the format before. When I do any cooking, I will borrow, how sad that I have to say this, but I will borrow a tablet off my children, because I'm not allowed to just take them anymore. We have to fight for these in this house. But I will take this because I can set it up on the counter, I can read through it, it makes the recipes nice and big, and I just cruise through, and like if I have inspiration, then when I've made my meal plan, I can write a note that, you know, it was this magazine. So for example, at the moment, the one that I've been reading is Sainsbury's magazine, because it's a lot more accessible to me on Readly than it would be elsewhere. And look at that. For starters, you can literally go through all of like the past issues. So if you want to look at, you know, magazines from autumn winter last year, you can do like all the Christmas ones from last year. Loads of inspo while you're waiting for the more current ones to come out. And if I have a recipe that I like, I can bookmark it, I can favourite it, save it, and make a note of it, and then pull it up when I'm actually ready to cook. And I just find it so easy. It's also a nice one because I can make accounts for, Bill has one as well, and Mark has one, and I can send it to Mark and tell him like which one it is, screen grab and send it that way as well. So if I ever see a homeware thing, our WhatsApp is always full of like screenshots of mine. But it is really, really, really useful as an app. There aren't many apps that I would use anymore, but Readly is still one that I have to this day, both on here and on my phone, and it's fab. There are over 7,000 titles to choose from, I believe, and a feature that I've been enjoying recently is that, you know, say if you were looking for food magazines, so you can sort it at the top here by like new arrivals, the category which is food and drink, but then you can filter it to all countries, and then mine is set to English because I'm an English speaker, but you can get magazines from other countries, which I just think is so cool and really, really innovative, because like when am I going to be able to access like magazines from different countries normally? So I find that to be really, really useful, and it kind of feeds my like whole like foodie-ness inside of me, because I love seeing what other people cook, and I love picking up inspiration from different countries too. Like there's one here called Louisiana Cooking. Like, I would never ever have access to that otherwise. So if you do want to give it a try, I very kindly, thanks to Readly, have 6 weeks free. with my code, and there's a link down below, so everything will be detailed in the description box for you. But if you fancy giving it a go, you want some inspo, maybe you're planning a wedding, maybe you just want to sit down and feel cozy under a blanket with something to read now it's getting like a little bit chillier, there are so many options, and I think you'll really enjoy it, especially if you're like someone like me that loves to read and has quite a few like hobbies or passions and interests. So that is Readly, and that is somewhere that I will often look for inspiration and ideas for cooking, because a lot of people go, how do you like come up with these ideas? And sometimes I'll rely on an old favorite like spag bowl or a pizza or something like that, and other times I just, for me personally, that I like to eat different meals and try different things, because otherwise I get a bit bored. So definitely worth checking that out. But now I am going to crack on with the grocery haul. So if you want to see what I've got, we'll head into that now. So we have 2 packs of the picobello tomatoes, because if I can get nicer stuff when they're on offer, like they are at the moment, I will do. And these are just so yummy. It's just like really grassy and like viney. It's really hard to explain. I got another garlic. I'm enjoying using it from fresh at the moment. I still have a couple of the co-fresh frozen ones in, but I've been making lots of pasta, and sometimes like there's certain techniques that you have to use and stuff, like sauces called for fresh. Don't know why I'm telling you my life story about garlic, but there we go. I got 2 cucumbers. I've got new lunch boxes for the kids, and I feel like they're a bit more, they lend themselves better to chopping stuff up and stuff, so it doesn't go like dry or whatever. So I've not got any mini cucumbers this time. Might get some next time, who knows, but I just thought I'd get 2 of these today because it works out cheaper. I got a watermelon. It's quite a small one really, but Stan loves watermelon. All 3 kids do, to be fair, so got one of those. I got some Maris Piper potatoes and carrots, pretty much a staple at this time of year for us in our shops and stuff. I got a extra large cauliflower. I made cauliflower mac and cheese recently, and we're actually going to have a cottage pie at the weekend, and normally I will serve mac and cheese with that, like my mum used to when like I was younger. We have a pineapple, which is Bill's favourite, satsumas, bananas, apples, blueberries. Again, I've not bought any strawberries or raspberries, so I'm just finding they're going like off too quickly at the moment. We'll revisit that if I ever see some nice ones when I'm out and about, but yeah, for now this will do. We got some broccoli, 2 avocados, these are on offer at the moment, coriander and mint, onions, spring onions. I got some radish. I used to hate these, but I felt compelled to try them, so here we are. 2 bags of sweet corn cobbets, these were on offer as well, so I picked 2 up. I think I'm going to like griddle them and cut the corn off for tacos that we're going to have. Hot dogs, I got the Wilkinger ones on the request of the kids. I got some Heavenly hummus. We know by now that we love a bit of Ramona in this house. It is really yummy, and I just feel like it keeps really well. Some tomato passata, pepperamis, which actually should be with the kids' stuff. I'm so sorry, it's what I mean. I feel like I've got a really fuzzy head. Conchigli pasta, corn crackers, just rolled cinnamon swirls, and then over here is just like a random collection of milk and meat and bread and cheese and stuff. So cheese wise, we have some soft cheese, some feta, some halloumi. Mark really likes this for like his lunches and stuff. Got 2 packs of this honey roast ham for £3.50. This is great if you ever want to make special fried rice, which is what I'm using it for, but I also thought as an idea for a packed lunch, or even our lunch at home, I could do like little ploughmans for the kids, like with other stuff that I've got over there, which I will show you in a sec. Sour cream, 2 chicken breast fillets. We got this bacon last week and it was so nice. Really was lovely, and it cooked really well, and there's not loads of fat on it and stuff, but it's the British maple cured streaky bacon, so if you see it, I really would recommend it if you fancy a treat at the weekend with a really nice bacon butty. Got some steak mince. I got the 15% fat for a change because I'm going to cook this for a long time to do my cottage pie. I would normally do shepherd's pie, but I fancy just giving it a go. I think shepherd's pie is nicer. Like, let me know what you prefer. Cottage is with beef and shepherd's is with lamb. Mozzarella and cheese mix. I buy these so often. It's so much better if you're doing quick and easy pizzas with the kids than the mozzarella balls, because I find that traditional ovens like ours don't quite get hot enough to cook that mozzarella without it getting all, you know, mozzarella lets off a lot of juice, like water. And this is just so much better for pizzas, especially when you're doing it with kids, because it's like a handful, they can sprinkle it on themselves. And I always get them in to do like pizza wraps, homemade pizzas, that kind of thing. Guacamole, tuna and sweet corn sandwich filler, just as a different idea for packed lunches, and salsa, brioche burger buns, and hot dog rolls there for 2 meals, crumpets because they were £1. Bagels were on offer as well. I got a toasty, the Tesco one, Scotch pancakes, and I've already shown you the wraps. So that is everything over here. So over here is like stuff for packed lunches and frozen bits, and our iPads charging. We charge them and keep them in here because then like they have to have permission to use them because I don't like them being on them all the time. You didn't need to know that. Here's some dried flowers as well, and a butter dish, and my toaster. I got some of these to make fillet-o-fish with, pizza dough, bird's eye chicken breast. So I'll talk to you about this actually, because Stan is going through, and I think all 3 kids have done this, around 4 actually, where they go for a little bit of like an opinionated fussy phase of food. I was talking to my friend about this the other day, and he's gone from eating like, here's a great example. I made macaroni cheese with cauliflower, so cauliflower macaroni cheese to get some extra veg in. He likes cauliflower and broccoli, he likes cheese, and he likes pasta, but together they were gross. And like, he just, like the whole thought of it, just didn't like it. And then again, he's gone from eating chicken and like loads of different meats to now like chicken is weird to him unless it's breaded, which is really frustrating because I'd rather him eat it without breaded stuff on. But what I'm trying to do is that, you know, so we really like tacos in this house and like Mexican food and fajitas and all of that. So I have some crispy tacos left over. I've got those mini wraps that I showed you before. And I'm going to cook some of these, slice it all up so you can see the chicken, but obviously to him that looks like acceptable. I'm going to do loads of like veg, grill the corn, like I said, I've got salsa, we've got avocado and all that sort of thing, and put it all out on the table, and then he should hopefully in theory prefer that. And I've been doing a lot of like putting everything out and letting people choose themselves, and I do find that they are more positive about that experience and they do eat like the veg and whatever that's out. So yeah, just keep it real. I'm having to buy chicken with a coat on for him to eat it at the moment, which is just great. It's great. Merlin cookies, these were on offer for £1. I got this Swiss roll because these always last really well. Like it lasts until the 31st of October, obviously, if you keep it like sealed and airtight and stuff. But I thought it would be cute with some like fruit after dinner and maybe like a small slice of it in like a packed lunch, and like very, very affordable in there. And just, I'm trying to keep things varied for them at the moment because I was thinking the other day, like I like a varied diet and I'm trying to do the same for them and stay creative with packed lunches when I can. Tubes, I got those because they were the cheapest available this week. Cheddar crust pork pies to do that whole ploughman's idea that I had. Savoury eggs and southern fried chicken straws. I was less enthused about these, but again, you know those refrigerator type things, they're really, really expensive, and I thought we'd just try these and see what they were like. They look like they might not be very nice, but we will try. I got just some McCoys because we're all right for crisps at the moment, and then I got some bear yo-yos because we're all right generally for snack. The donuts are just ring donuts that I thought I'd just get, you know, for like after dinner, probably on Friday, I think. 2 crushers. These are on offer for £1. I've worked with Crusher in the past, but obviously it's not an ad. But I got a chocolate one and a strawberry one because kids love milkshakes. And I really, really like this brand. Makes 20 milkshakes and they're sugar-free as well, which is quite nice. And then over here, some bits that Mark picked. So some simple moisturiser, 2 packs of paracetamol. Excuse my washing, sorry about that. I got some Mango Zero. Not for me, mainly like Bill's getting to that stage where he likes fizzy drinks and I don't really like them drinking late, so I'm trying to get stuff like this and they can have it like at the weekend or something. The Malbec, I'm not a red wine drinker, but I got this for the cottage pie and another recipe that I can't quite remember what it is, but it's for that. Anything left I'll freeze into ice cubes. Orange, lemon and pineapple juice because we've got enough blackcurrant version, cherries and berries, whatever it is, pineapple juice. And then I put all of these here because these are new things and I like trying new things, and also they tend to be a lot more prominent at this time of year, don't they? Like Christmas, this, that and the other. So the first thing that I got were these prawn cocktail flavour mini rice and corn cakes. Puff brown rice and corn for a savoury snack. So they're little ones, as an alternative like for crisps in packed lunches. I thought I would try them, see what the kids think, because obviously they're like generally better than normal crisps, and they're gluten-free for anyone wondering. This I have had a sniff of, and Lenore are killing it with their Outdoorables. There's loads of new scents. This is Northern Solstice, and obviously by the look of it kind of makes you think of like winter. Ooh, and it's beautiful. It is very fresh smelling. I'm trying to open it with one hand, but I'm not very good at that. My arthritis these days, my wrists and my knees, terrible. But hey, have a sniff. I'm gonna sniff for you. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and I've got, you know what I'm like by now with my fabric conditioners and my smells. I just like nice smelling things. So yeah, I got that. Can't get it back on. Probably need to do that though, because I'll forget and then pour it all down myself later. Ugh. I got these Cheerios. I feel like I've seen them before, but we've never tried them. They're low sugar vanilla flavour, so I thought I'd give those a go with the kids, see what they think. Stacey's back. I'm not going to sing any Eminem, it's all right. Stacey Solomon, Winter Walks with notes of fresh pine, and it's a plug-in, and one of my plugins, I only bought this because it was on like an introductory offer, and also one of my actual plugs, you know, this thing here, one of them looks like it's gone really like yellowed, it's quite old, and with things that you plug in, I don't like to use it when things start looking a little off. So I thought that would be nice to stock away for, you know, winter. Oh no, it's raining and I've got to do the school run in a bit. That's just very depressing. These are Doritos. They're new with a hint, not lots, not a bit, but a hint of sour cream and onion. So I thought they'd be nice. And then festive Oreos. Red, green and white. And will these last until Christmas? Probably not if my children spot them, but I just thought they were so cute. And you know, like if you were doing packed lunches and stuff, and you know, I like to do a little something now and again, if it's like, you know, Valentine's Day, Easter, Halloween, or that kind of thing. But what an easy way to make it festive without, you know, stressing over it. So thought I would show you those as well. And I kind of, sometimes I will buy things because I really want to try them, like this or that, but then sometimes I will buy things so I can show you them, and I'll either stash them away to one side for like Christmas, but it's difficult otherwise because I can't like show you when I shop online so well. So yeah, they're cool, and that is everything. So I'm going to put it all away, and then now we're going to cut to the meal plan. Okay, now on to the meal plan. So today is Thursday and we're all sorted for tonight, but this runs from Friday to next Thursday. So Friday night is a busy club night that if you've seen these videos before, you probably know that. So I'm going to do a lovely snack platter for the kids. So I usually put like a mix of warm things, cold things, loads of fruit and veg. Hummus will regularly feature, and I've got my big tub of Ramona's hummus again. And I just pick everything out for them, arrange it nicely, and they can pick and choose and help themselves. And it's just really quick to put together. And then I know that they're all fed, they've all got full tummies. Plus Bill needs to go to his dad's, and he's also got jiu-jitsu, so he'll go to his dad's afterwards. And I just like knowing that he's completely sorted and he's full and ready to go. So that's what we're going to do. And then in the evening for us, I think this will either be Saturday or Friday, depending on how the day goes. We will either get a takeaway or I will get the Barbacoa taco kit from the other week that I bought it on offer, and I think I'll do that. So it just depends on like how the day goes, how busy I am, have I got enough time to prep anything really quickly. So that will be our option. And then on Saturday, as I mentioned, the little two are obviously with us, but Bill will be with his dad this weekend, and we are actually going to take the little two out to Bewilderwood, which is like an outdoor adventure-y type place, loads of slides and outdoor activities, and the weather's meant to be quite nice, so that should be good. And when we come back, again, we will either have that kit or a takeaway, but then the kids, we are going to do hot dogs because it's what they've asked for recently, and I promised them that we would do it this weekend and they just love them, so that's what we're going to do for them, and we will probably eat later on. Then on Sunday, I'm going to do a slow cooked cottage pie and cauliflower cheese, so I'm really going to cook it long and slow, probably on the hob, I think, and I'm going to use red wine and like beef stock and everything. That's my plan, because it is the time of comfort food now, and if there's one thing I consider myself to be good at, it's comfort food. I love cooking at this time of year, so that is what we're going to have. Then Monday, I'm going to do my special fried rice, so using that ham that I bought, the ham chunks, that is fantastic for making that. And then obviously you can either pre-cook some rice like the night before or that day, leave it to cool, and then use that, or you can use rice pouches. My only advice with egg fried rice or special fried rice of any kind is that you use like cold cooked rice, because it stops it, once it's cooled, it's less wet and you'll get a better fry on it. Honestly, the difference it makes is amazing, so definitely recommend that. And don't worry too much about reheating rice, because as long as you've got like a really hot wok and it's thoroughly reheated, you'll be absolutely fine. And that is actually how it is very frequently made across all types of like Asian cooking. So yeah, that's a good tip. Then on Tuesday, another busy club night. Everything's moved around. I think I said that the other haul. Clubs, you get into a routine and then it's a new school year and then everything changes again. You've got to get into a new routine. So this is really busy now, Tuesday. So we're going to eat separately. I'm going to do fillet-o-fish for the kids with chips and peas, like kind of do like a fake away, McDonald's style, for them, because they need to eat a bit earlier on. And then Mark's at the office this week anyway in Manchester, because we're having radiators fitted, and I can work around noise and stuff because I'm used to it, but he can't so much. I hope, bless him. So he will probably be home a little bit later, and the kids are always really hungry after clubs, so we'll eat separately, and I'm going to make pasta broccoli, which I will be putting a reel up on my Instagram very soon for that. And if you would like a more in-depth video, like a vlog one, I could do that too. It just depends what you like. Wednesday, I'm going to do homemade pizza, and I'm genuinely thinking of just making this a regular. I think sometimes feel this pressure that every single day has to be new and inventive and different, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if the kids really enjoy something, why don't I just, you know, have one day where that's what we do every week? It's really quick and easy to do, especially if you buy like ready-made dough. The Northern Dough Company one's really good. I've tried the Just Roll one as well. Tesco's got one, Aldi's got one, so it's not like it's not accessible anymore. So yeah, I might feature that a bit more frequently because they love it. And then on Thursday, as I mentioned in the haul, Stan's just having this issue with chicken without a coating, so I'm going to do crispy chicken tacos and see how those go down, because I'm trying to teach him that like chicken that he doesn't like is in a chicken nugget or in a piece of battered chicken, like it's the same thing. But, you know, such is parenting life. But that is everything. So I hope you found this useful, and I hope you also find the Readly discount useful as well. It's 6 weeks that you can get, and then it is £9.99 per month after that. But you know, you could use multiple accounts and share it with like family members, which is a really nice touch, I think. And I think you'll really like like it, especially if you can get access to a tablet, because then it's nice and big. You can sit down with a brew, flick through, plan your meal plan. And equally so, if you do download it and you find any recipes that you think I'll love, please leave them linked down below, because I'd actually really appreciate that. And plus anyone else that's reading them will see it too. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and supporting me as always, and I will hopefully see you all very soon.